What's up? What's happening? What is going on? Cantaloupes, a new NFL season brings about a lot of excitement, but it also brings about a lot of skepticism. Every team has question marks, and I'm Mike Cantalupo, and today we present every NFL team's biggest offseason question. Not sure that was a good transition, but we'll make it work. Arizona Cardinals, Bradford or Rosen? Sam Bradford signed a 2-year, $20 million deal with the Cardinals. Then they drafted Josh Rosen with the 10th overall pick. Now, Bradford is good. He's always hurt. It's too early to rush in Rosen. We think it's going to be an interesting quarterback battle there in Arizona. Atlanta Falcons, will Julio Jones get paid? He's only under contract for 3 more years, and he has a modest, I hate saying modest, next to $10.5 million in 2018. Whatever. He sat out all of OTAs. He wants more money. He and Dan Quinn are both downplaying the situation, but if he holds out, will it affect his production? Baltimore Ravens, how will Joe Flacco perform? Flacco was hampered by a torn ACL and back injuries. He's been extremely lackluster in the last 3 seasons. Now he's 33. Is he going to hold up in training camp, or is Lamar Jackson going to actually end up becoming the starter by the end of the year? Buffalo Bills, Allen or McCarron, or ready for it, Nathan Peterman. Yeah, AJ McCarron was probably going to be the starter for the Bills, at least to start. They traded up and they drafted Josh Allen, but I'd love to see Nathan Peterman win it, at least to start. Carolina Panthers, who's going to play catch with Cam? Devin Funchess is the best receiver on that team. Carolina did trade for Super Bowl champion Torrey Smith, but that's Torrey Smith. Torrey Smith is like 40 years old now. He drafted DJ Moore in the first round, but Newton needs more production from his receivers. Who's going to step up? Chicago Bears, will Kevin White finally show up? He was drafted 7th overall by the Bears in 2015, but he's been hurt for the last 3 seasons. He's pretty much, he's played a total of 5 games from 2016, 2017. He missed all of 2015. Now he has Allen Robinson, Trey Burton. They declined White's 5th-year option. I don't blame them. Might be his last chance to make it in the NFL. Will he stay healthy? Is he good? Cincinnati Bengals, who's the top running back? So Jeremy Hill is gone. He signed with the Patriots. Joe Mixon looked pretty solid in his rookie year. Giovanni Bernard doesn't look like an every down back anymore. Mark Walton of Miami was drafted in the 4th round this year. So it's a huge open competition. Maybe it'll be a running back for a committee, and maybe somebody actually ends up being the number 1 there. Cleveland Browns, Tyrod Taylor or Baker Mayfield? So they acquired Taylor in a trade with the Bills. Baker was the 1st overall pick. Do you go with a veteran like Tyrod Taylor, or do you just roll with a rookie right away like Baker Mayfield? It is one of the most exciting battles in the NFL to watch. Dallas Cowboys, who's catching? You lose Jason Witten to retirement. Dez Bryant was released. Allen Hurns, I mean, he's good, but is he going to regain his top form after injury? Terrence Williams, Cole Beasley, are they ready for bigger roles, really? Dak better be ready for a challenge, because other than Zeke, who else does he really have in terms of athletic bodies on offense? Denver Broncos, are Thomas and Sanders here to stay? Emmanuel Sanders and Demaryius Thomas had down seasons in 2017. They're both past their primes, but they've also both had terrible quarterbacks for the last 4 years. So will they actually be good now that they have a decent quarterback in Case Keenum? We'll find out. Detroit Lions, Matt Patricia's program. So this is Matt Patricia's 1st ever head coaching gig. I mean, if he has Belichick-like success, he has Belichick-like success. He comes from his coaching tree, but how's the team going to be in terms of locker room presence? How's the defense going to look? How is he going to be able to handle an offense? Green Bay Packers, too many changes. The Packers missed the playoffs simply because Aaron Rodgers was hurt. That's literally the only reason. But defensive coordinator Don Capers was cut loose. Jordy Nelson was released. Jimmy Graham, Mohamed Wilkerson, they were both signed. Did the Packers panic and make too many changes? They're not used to making a lot of free agency and offseason moves, but how will it end up paying off? Houston Texans, are the stars healthy? Deshaun Watson, he tore his ACL during his extremely promising groundbreaking rookie year. J.J. Watt only played in 5 games before fracturing his leg. Then he only played in 3 games the year before that. The Texans need both of these guys to be healthy to have a shot at the playoffs. Leg injuries are always scary, especially that ACL on a quarterback that runs. Indianapolis Colts, Andrew Luck. Without a doubt, obviously, Andrew Luck. He missed all of 2017 due to a shoulder injury. He is playing now in OTAs and looks like he'll be playing all throughout the preseason. But is he ever going to be the same again? Jacksonville Jaguars, does Blake Bortles have enough help? Blake Bortles is just an inconsistent quarterback. He played fairly average in the playoffs, but the Jaguars still managed to reach the AFC Championship game. They have a lot of talent around them. But the Jaguars didn't re-sign Allen Robinson. Allen Hurns signed with the Cowboys. Marquise Lee, Dante Moncrief, Austin Seferian-Jenkins. Those are his weapons. Blake Bortles gotta need elite weapons around them. Maybe Dante Moncrief might be able to do it though. Kansas City Chiefs, is this defense gonna be all right? The Chiefs cut ties with Derek Johnson and Tamba Ali. They traded shutdown corner Marcus Peters to the Rams. Darrelle Revis was also cut. The Chiefs really only have Justin Houston and Eric Berry as impact players on defense. Is that defense enough for the Chiefs to win another division title in a division that's getting better too? Los Angeles Chargers, is Virgil Green a #1 tight end? I don't know. It doesn't sound like it. They don't have Antonio Gates anymore. Hunter Henry tore his ACL. He'll miss all of 2018. Actually, Phillip Rivers said that he'd be open to Antonio Gates coming back. But for now, they have just a guy with 71 career receptions in Virgil Green. Phillip Rivers loves to use his tight end. Is Virgil Green enough? Los Angeles Rams, how will the locker room hold up? The Rams absolutely won this offseason with huge trades and pickups. They now have Ndamukong Suh. He was actually released from Miami because they needed a change-up in their culture. The Rams then acquired Marcus Peters, as we just talked about, but he was a hothead with the Chiefs. Brandon Cooks was acquired from the Patriots. Cooks was discontent with the Saints, despite being in a great situation and a great player. Will Sean McVay be able to keep this team all together, a bunch of superstars, all with locker room issues in the past? Miami Dolphins, is Ryan Tannehill healthy? I mean, he's healthy, yeah, but the man was indestructible. I thought he was the bionic man. I thought he was superhuman. Oh, I love Ryan Tannehill so much. And then the 2017 season came around. He tore his ACL again. He had surgery. Jay Cutler came around. It was miserable. It was the worst time ever to be a Dolphins fan. But I'm really looking forward to Ryan Tannehill playing well. It's just those ACLs scare me so much. For a mobile quarterback again, oh, it's scary. Minnesota Vikings, is Kirk Cousins the guy? The Vikings reached the 2017 NFC Championship with Case Keenum. Now they signed Kirk Cousins to an $84 million deal. But Cousins has never really posted elite numbers. Now he's going to a different offense. Will he earn every penny of that guaranteed contract, or will he flop like most of the big QB signings in history? New England Patriots, is Belichick ruining the dynasty? Ooh, this is a hot take. ESPN has been reporting that there's tension between Belichick, Brady, and Kraft, but that's ESPN. That's old news. You've got TPS here now. Right, Jason, the editor?
Yeah, kid, wicked awesome. TPS, Tom Brady, love him.
Anyway, Gronk has hinted at retirement. He's reportedly tired of playing the Patriot way. Tom Brady is pleading the fifth when he's asked if he feels respected by the Patriots. Belichick has kind of clearly lost faith in some of his players, aka not playing Malcolm Butler in the Super Bowl. Is he losing his locker room? Is he? New Orleans Saints, will they tackle? I like the Saints. I have to say, I really do like the Saints, but this one's an easy one. After the Minneapolis Miracle, you have to come up with something. Their defense looks great nowadays. Cameron Jordan, Sheldon Rankins, Marshawn Lattimore, but you know, Marcus Williams. Yeah, he cost them the season by not tackling Stephon Diggs. So will they tackle this year? Because they have everything else going for them. New York Giants, is the QB position secure? I don't know about this, right? Eli Manning was horrible in 2017. He was benched in favor of Geno Smith. Many thought that the Giants would get a successor for Eli with the second pick, but instead, they took Saquon Barkley. Will Eli be able to regain his Pro Bowl form? And if not, who's going to replace him? Because there's nobody on the team ready for it. New York Jets, who's the quarterback? Josh McCown had a strong 2017 season before he broke his hand. They did sign Teddy Bridgewater, and they did draft Sam Darnold. So which one of those three are going to start? I think you should start Teddy Bridgewater to start off, because Josh McCown is old as all hell. Let him just basically be another quarterback coach. I think you start Bridgewater and eventually just give Sam Darnold the time to watch off the field and figure out the game from the sideline. Oakland Raiders, is John Gruden worth $100 million? John Gruden hasn't coached in 10 years, but he was given a $100 million contract by Mark Davis. Football has changed a lot since he's last coached in 2008, and sure, yeah, he draws a lot of squiggly lines on Monday Night Football, but is that enough? Will he be able to control a locker room? Will he be able to rebuild the Raiders, or will it be one of the biggest wastes of money in NFL history? Philadelphia Eagles, is Carson Wentz ready? He tore his ACL in an MVP caliber season. Then Nick Foles took over and they led themselves to a Super Bowl. But will Wentz be ready in time for this season? And if so, what are they going to do with Nick Foles? Pittsburgh Steelers, deal or no deal for Le'Veon? Le'Veon got the $14 million franchise tag. He's held out and skipped practice. The Steelers are known for playing hardball with stars, but will Le'Veon finally get his contract, or will he just continue to be a disgruntled player, and will that ultimately impact his season? San Francisco 49ers, does Jimmy G have the receivers? He has Pierre Garçon. He's injury-plagued, lacks consistency. Marquise Goodwin, he flourished in his first year with the 49ers, but was he a one-hit wonder? The tight end, wide receiver depth is not really great. Let's see if Jimmy G can work with an average receiving core. Seattle Seahawks, defense? Really? Isn't that funny? All of their great players that we thought of back in the day, Michael Bennett, Richard Sherman, they're all gone. Well, Cam Chancellor is still there, but the Legion of Boom's gone. Is it overhauled too much? Are the Seattle Seahawks even good anymore? Tampa Bay Buccaneers, is Jameis Winston maturing? There were super high expectations for the Bucs in 2017, and then they just went on to win 5 games. Jameis Winston was injured and inconsistent. The defense completely underperformed. There's reported tension between Winston and his coach. 2018 could be a make or break year for Jameis, and it's time for him to mature. And I just burped. It's time for him to mature and lead the Bucs to a winning season. Tennessee Titans, Lewis or Henry? DeMarco Murray was released. Derrick Henry then became the starting running back, which I knew. I drafted him in fantasy. It's 744 yards, 5 touchdowns. Dion Lewis also signed a 4-year, $20 million deal. Both of them are probably capable of being #1 backs. Henry brings more power. Lewis is faster, shiftier. Who is Mike Vrabel going to roll with? Or is it going to be a running back by committee? Probably a running back committee, because they kind of manage each other well, don't they? Washington Redskins, does Alex Smith learn the system? He's a really smart guy, and he had a career year with the Chiefs in 2017, but he's used to that Chiefs system. The Redskins moved on from Kirk Cousins. Smith has a completely different offense to learn under with Jay Gruden. There's not a lot of receiving options. Could be a great trade or a horrible trade. I think he'll learn the playbook in time, but will he be able to fit his style of play into that playbook? What are some other big NFL offseason questions? Let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you want to subscribe. Until next time, I'm Mike Cantalupo. Thanks for watching.